Welcome to EDC Ideas and welcome to my long-term review of the Worksharp Guided Field Sharpener. There are so many reviews when it comes to this sharpening tool, and I have a problem with the most of these reviews. The most people talk about all the pros and advantages of this great tool, but no one talks about the disadvantages and the problems. So this video will focus the problems of the Worksharp Guided Field Sharpener. I have used this tool for several years now, and all in all I have to say it's a great sharpening tool and you get a tool with an excellent price-performance ratio. Depending on the skill level, you can sharpen all different knives and edges with this sharpening tool. For example, axes, kitchen knives, pocket knives, hunting knives or bushcraft knives. I've used this tool for several years, as I mentioned before, and that means that I really like this tool. But it's also important to talk about the problems before you buy the sharpening tool. The first problem for field sharpening is the size. All in all, it's a very bulky and large tool. Surely you have a lot of functions, but for the most backpacks, this one will be too large and too bulky. So in my opinion, it's not a field sharpening tool, it's more a kind of a sharpening station for the camp. There are a lot of sharpening options on the market that are smaller, lighter, and you can sharpen with these options all your tools in the outdoor environment too. So in my opinion, camp sharpening tool or camp sharpening station would be the better name compared to field sharpening tool. Let's come to the next problem that comes with this tool. You get no pouch. It's also a question of how you carry your field sharpening tools or your tools in the field, especially when you have a structure like this very fragile ceramic rod. I think when you have two fragile ceramic rods, this one and this one, it's not a good idea to throw this tool in your backpack and walk around. This is my solution for the problem. Maybe it's not the best, but I had this pouch at home. This is the pouch for the Knipex Cobra and the Knipex plier wrench in the 150mm version. The Worksharp sharpening tool fits perfectly in there, and you have another slot, for example, for another stropping leather. This pouch is secured via hook and loop, and the field sharpening tool fits perfectly in. But I have to mention that the tool and the ceramic rod is not perfectly protected. And let's come from the last point to the next point. That's a very similar problem. The diamond plates are protected when you wear them like this, but the ceramic rod is not protected. In my experiences, the ceramic rod is much more fragile compared to the diamond plates. So when we want to protect some parts of this tool, we should protect this part and this part. Let's come to the next point. When we remove the diamond plates, we can look through. And when we carry the diamond plates, we have the diamond plates face to face. So it's very easy that you get the coarse particles of this diamond plate on the fine diamond plate on the other side. Surely you can clean the different diamond plates after every sharpening process. Let's talk about the leather strop. The leather strop comes preloaded and I don't like the stropping compound. I had to reload the stropping compound after a few sharpening processes. I used the Green Knarf's stropping compound, but I wasn't happy with the combination. So I have cleaned the complete leather and now I use the diamond paste from Schmiedeglut. And let's talk about the problems with the coarse side of the ceramic rod. When you sharpen hard steels on the coarse side of the ceramic rod, you get very fast chips on this surface. That's a problem of the extremely fine design of the lines in the ceramic. I have the experiences that this process is getting worse and worse during the sharpening processes over the years. When you remove the diamond plate, you have a lot of room to store useful items for your knife maintenance. The disadvantage is that you have so much room and spaces that this tool is extremely terrible to clean. I love the feature that you can replace this ceramic rod here. The problem is that the process of getting this pin here out is extremely hard and you need an extra tool for this process. One of my favorite tools for these tasks is the tip of the Victorinox corkscrew. But the hole is extremely tight, so you need pliers to pull the little pin out. So I think it's not a good workflow that you need two or one specialized tool to remove this pin. And especially when you are in the camp or on a long hiking tour, it's important that you clean the ceramic rod from time to time. And let's talk about the next problem. Let's talk about the replacement parts. You can buy, for example, the ceramic rod or the different diamond plates as replacement parts. But there are a lot of countries, even here in Germany, where it's extremely hard to get the different parts. For example, I needed a new ceramic rod and I have to wait a month until this rod arrived. And I saw the next point when sharpening beginners sharpen their knives with these tools. When you sharpen the knife on the ceramic rod, sharpening beginners often hit the diamond plate here and they get very small chips into the tip of their blade. And surely it's a combination of a skill problem during the sharpening process and the design of the tool. These are some disadvantages I figured out in my long-term review. During this long-term review, I sharpened standard carbon steel blades, S30V blades for example, or steels that are more on the budget side. I also sharpened, for example, the steels from Swiss Army knives. This video is not a complete negative critique when it comes to this tool. But as I mentioned before, it's important that we talk about the disadvantages of a highly recommended tool. All in all, it's a great sharpening tool and you get a lot of sharpening tool for the money. I love this tool and the price-performance ratio, but it's not perfect.